Can you down for me? Down. Let's see if he understands. Down. Yes. So right now he's understanding the physical part. But has he done it automatically without you moving?
Or down?
I would say consistently. Like it might have been,
Okay.
here or there. But we were doing with the treat without any verbal, but it was still with the treat.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
I
Now,
would take the treat and I would go like this.
yes,
And without saying anything, he'll go down.
he'll go down. Now you can start using the verbal. So you gotta say down first, down, then lure. Okay? Not together, or else you'll always have to do with it like this.
Okay.
He'll never down on his own, right? He'll be conditioned by downing, because physical always overrides verbal, right? So, Lexi, down and then lure. Yes, good boy. So I'm gonna test it now. Down, down, down. I know you can do it. You're smart enough. I know you can do it. Down. See, he's about to. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to let them use their brain. If we rush it right away, oh my God, he's not down it for me. Let him think. What happens if he thinks, right? Free shaping. What happens? Learning quicker, because now he had to use his brain to actually do it, right? Listen to down, down. I'm sitting, I'm not getting a reward, so this is not giving me a reward, right? So down, okay, I'm soliciting behavior. I'm going through my Rolodex in my brain. What was the last time what did I do last time to get that reward besides sitting? I went to this position. I go to this position, he hears down, the sound down, because it's a sound, not a word to that.
Right.
And then he just downs, right? And now guess what? Boom, I marked it right away, and he got a reward.
Yeah, I remember the off because when we had range at the beginning, you explained it was like people use the word down and then they get mixed up. Okay, what do you want me to do?
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
like
Down is
here?
down,
Yeah.
but if you're on here, down, he made down on there.
Right.
So now there's confusion, right?
Right.
So off is anytime he's, let's say, on the couch and you don't want him,
Right.
you tell him off. His paws are up here, you don't want him. Counter surfing,
Yeah.
paws up there, you don't want him, off. Okay? I want you to remember this, right? These three words when we're training. Timing, consistency, and motivation. Timing, consistency, and motivation. Okay? If we use those three, we're going to be successful at everything we do with the dog, right? And that's how the dog's going to learn, right? Through classical conditioning, operant conditioning, and timing, consistency, and motivation. If you remember all that right there, anything that you're doing, start slow thinking when you're doing it. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why is the dog not responding? What should I be doing, right? Am I marking the behavior, right? Am I marking it fast enough? Am I rewarding when I should be rewarding, right? So it's a lot of stuff that we got to go through. When we're teaching the last command is the final command, operant conditioning, right? What is operant conditioning? I believe I explained it to you. This was a while ago when we did Ranger, right? That was, I don't know if Dominic explained it the last time he was here, but operant conditioning, really quick.
Then we did classical conditioning.
You guys did classical conditioning, which is the yes. Yes, you mark the behavior and then you reward. Good is the continuation marker, and then no should be followed with, just like yes should be followed with the reward, no should be followed with the correction, right? So there's value to every single one of those, okay? Hey, baby. For operant conditioning is what we're doing, what we're going to be doing now, right? Positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, positive punishment, negative punishment. I don't know if you want to. If you want to write that all down, I'll go back.
I'm going fast.
Okay. So
Quick, I can't.
Yeah, no, I know I can't go that fast either. Positive reinforcement is really simple. I ask the dog to do something that the dog understands. The dog does it. I mark the behavior. Positive because I add something to the equation, which is a reward. and it's reinforcing because I'm reinforcing that behavior. Okay, so positive reinforcement. I say sit, he sits, I go yes, and I reinforce that behavior. Negative reinforcement is turning pressure off, taking something away, right? The second that pressure turns off, it's reinforcing. So for instance, if we go for a walk and he goes to pull me, I stop moving, he's moving forward, there's pressure on this collar, the martingale, I teach him to turn the pressure off by taking a step back. I call his name. What's he gonna do? He's gonna come back to me because you guys have been working the recall. So when he hears his name, he's gonna come back to me. That pressure turns off. The second that pressure turns off, I mark it, yes, and I reward.
When we do a recall, we call his name.
Call his name.
Alexi, come.
Okay, so all right, so that's perfect, good
boy.
job. Excellent. You could continue doing it that way. I'm perfectly okay with it. I use just their name,
Okay.
right? Because what's the first?
Saying come, just say Lexi.
Lexi, boom,
Lexi.
yes, right?
Boy.
Just because you're just eliminating extra sounds that the
Right.
dog doesn't really need to hear, and it's making it a lot more clear, right? So what's the first thing? You open the door, he's not hooked up, God forbid, boom, he takes off. What's the first thing you're gonna do? Well, you're gonna call his name.
Right.
You're gonna say Lexi. I want him to, if you do it enough times and do it properly, full sprint. I want him to be conditioned. He hears his name. I'm coming back. Right? Instead of Lexi, come, Lexi, here. No, the name. I want him to stop at the name, right?
Because you're building a vocabulary of about
Lexi.
5 words for
Lexi.
him.
Right.
And makes it really,
Right.
the world is really,
Instead of so many different words,
Yeah.
like
Lexi.
we got, right? We got the whole alphabet, and how many words do we know, right? A lot more complicated. We
That
got,
makes sense, just using his name.
right? We got a mega computer up here. They're smart too, but what we do is to communicate with them. We make it simple. Having a dog and training a dog is all about control. The relationship that you have with the dog. Everything you do with the dog should always be, right? It's a time and consistency motivation. What's the motivation? You guys work?
Yeah.
Why do you work?
for money.
There's only one reason why you gotta go to work, right? Nah, I mean, I love this. My regular job during the day, it's okay. I make good money, it's okay, right? But that's the only reason why I go there, is that's my motivation, okay? This is a passion of mine, doing this. And when you work doing what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
Have you trained the police dogs?
That's right. I'm the supervisor trainer for the sheriff's department for all the police canines. So when I go to work, I work with this, just a lot bigger.